Welcome to Sports News. We'll begin with female soccer. Nigeria's Super Falcons will begin camping next week ahead of the qualifiers for the 2015 All-Africa Games in the Republic of Congo. The reigning African champions already have a first-leg qualifying road trip date against Mali in February. Head coach Edwin Okon has confirmed that about 20 players from the Nigeria Women's Premier League are expected to open the camp in Abuja. The Rivers Angels handler insisted that early preparations will be crucial to the team's performance in the qualifying race as well as the championship proper. Nigeria did not qualify for the women's football events of the last All-Africa Games in Mozambique and 2012 Olympic Games in London. In internationals, Senegal and Newcastle striker Papi Cissé has accepted an English Football Association charge of violent conduct. Cissé will now serve a 3-match suspension, which will rule him out of the Magpies' forthcoming fixtures against Burnley, Leicester and Chelsea. The former Freiburg forward had been expected to miss the FA Cup tie against Leicester on Saturday and the Premier League trip to Chelsea on January the 10th anyway, as he departs to play at the Africa Cup of Nations. The 29-year-old was cited for swinging an elbow at Seamus Coleman during the first half of his side's 3-2 victory over Everton on Sunday. Barcelona will not be able to sign any players until 2016 after their transfer ban was upheld by the Court of Arbitration for Sport. The Spanish La Liga giants are also to pay a fine of £300,000. A statement on the CAS website said an appeals panel found no grounds to overturn a FIFA sanction preventing Barcelona from registering any new players for the period of 2 transfer windows. Barcelona were originally given the ban in April after they were found guilty of breaking rules on signing international players under the age of 18. They immediately lodged an appeal to FIFA, which was dismissed in August. Barcelona took their case to CAS, sport's highest appeals body, and will be unable to bring in new players in January or summer 2015. In tennis, former Wimbledon champion Andy Murray has signed a 4-year deal with American sport manufacturer Under Armour. The deal was announced today by the Baltimore-based company. Terms were not announced, but reports said the deal was worth $25 million. Murray previously had a 4-year sponsorship deal with Adidas. He started his career wearing Fred Perry clothing. Murray won Wimbledon in 2013 and the US Open in 2012. He is currently ranked number 6 in the world. Under Armour also sponsors English Premier League club Tottenham Hotspur. And in cricket, India captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni has retired from Test cricket in order to concentrate on the 50-over and 2020 formats, with India's one-day World Cup defense starting in February 2015. The 33-year-old who made his debut in 2005 and was captain for 60 of his 90 tests quit after India drew the 3rd test against Australia today. Dhoni, rated by Forbes earlier this year as the 5th richest sportsman in the world with an annual brand value of £12.9 million, took over as test captain from Anil Kumble in 2008 after leading India to the inaugural World 2020 title in 2007. He'll be replaced by Virat Kohli as captain for the 4th and final test against Australia, which starts on January the 6th, 2015 in Sydney. Well, that's our final wicket on Sports News. It's back to Bimbo with the rest of the news at 10.
On the foreign scene, the Gambian government says contrary to rumors being circulated, peace and calm continues to prevail in the country. The statement was made via state radio, debunking news of an attempted coup against President Yahya Jammeh. Diplomatic and military sources say soldiers from the Presidential Guard appear to have mounted an attack on the presidential palace in the capital, Banjul, early today, where gunfire was heard. Residents also confirmed that security forces were positioned on street corners. State radio was off the air during the fighting, but resumed transmission later. President Yahya Jammeh's whereabouts are still unknown, but some media are reporting that he is on a visit to France, while others say he's in Dubai. And Indonesian authorities are now certain the bodies and debris found in the Java Sea belong to the missing AirAsia flight QZ8501 that has been missing since Sunday. It was carrying 162 people on board. Air Asia's CEO, Tony Fernandez, said he was devastated by the latest news and that his major concern right now is the victims' families. Victoria Idowu has more in the day's summary of Foreign Stories.
Indonesian officials confirmed that bodies and debris found in the Java Sea off Borneo are from Air Asia flight QZ8501 that went missing on Sunday. Air Asia CEO Tony Fernandez said in a statement that he was devastated and his priority was the victims' family. Two Albanian seamen have been killed on a tugboat while towing the fire-stricken ferry. Both men died after being hit by a connecting cable between the vessels on Tuesday. Albanian officials say at least 10 people were killed and more than 400 were rescued after fire broke out on the ferry on Stormy Sea. The health worker who was diagnosed with Ebola after returning to Scotland from Sierra Leone has been transferred to Britain. She has been treated at the Royal Free Hospital, Britain's designated Ebola treatment centre at the capital. And those are the top stories on the foreign scene. It's back to the news at 10.
And the main news again. One-time governor of Old Kaduna State, Balarabe Musa, has said that plans are underway for another political merger ahead of 2015 to be made up of all the parties left out in the All Progressives Congress merger, as well as civil society groups. 11 political parties have submitted the names of their presidential and vice presidential candidates to the Independent National Electoral Commission. While the PDP listed President Jonathan and Namadi Sambo as its candidates, the APC has General Muhammadu Buhari and Professor Yemi Osinbajo. Although APGA had adopted President Jonathan as its candidate, the Labour Party has said that it is undecided on the matter. And that brings us to the end of the news at 10 tonight. Thank you very much for watching. Do join us again tomorrow. I'm Bimbo Oloyede. Bye for now.